Welcome to the Attic. Manadad here. It's the channel where we explore what's fun in Magic, mostly on Arena. On Arena, I've been enjoying it while we wait for Duskmorn. Hopefully some of you go into the pre-release as soon as tonight. On Arena, Premier Remix Draft Artifacts. You can go view the card pool. I've played, I think, about 5 of these and trophied in 3. So I'm doing pretty decent, although now I'm up in platinum. I did just get a trophy in platinum, but it's definitely harder. But it's pretty fun. You get to keep the cards, which is nice. White green has kind of got a +1 counter proliferate thing going. Black green's got food. Blue red has got, like, artifact fall and pirates. We got all these lands, the indestructible artifact lands. Of course, black-red is sacrifice. Blue-black is, I don't know what it is, kind of a control deck, I guess. I've definitely faced some good ones. I love all the modular stuff. We've got Zabaz in here. You can build a red-white equipment deck that's actually decently competitive. You can do stuff with Retrofitter Foundry. There's just a lot of fun stuff to explore, and the gameplay has been really good. So recommend you hit it while it's still around if you're looking for something to do. And I'm making sure I got sound. Okay. I haven't looked at the 17 lands data for this. I won't look at it. I'll just kind of give you my naive opinion of the set, and then I do recommend, if you're jumping in for the first time, and you have time, go just browse through 17 lands. But otherwise, you're fine. I just jumped in after it had been out for a couple days, and I did fine in it. Your regular drafting instincts still apply. And, there is strong synergy, but the way to beat that is cheap removal. And so that's one of the things I would say we're going to be looking out for, is just cheap removal and seeing what colors we can find good cheap removal in. Lots of stuff that, you got affinity for artifacts, or you can do improvise, which is kind of like affinity for non-creature artifacts. You can power out some big old fatty creatures. I said it would take a minute for us to table up here. I think it's going to take longer. Have you noticed, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but how they always leave like one seat open when we're hitting ready? Like, they kind of try to wait for you to do the ready thing. See? There's that too. They kind of try to fool you. They just were making it seem like people were adding, and they really weren't. Or somehow a draft fired without me. I'm not really sure what happened there. Maybe we will go to 17 lands while we wait. What else can I say? Artifacts. They'll always be mono brown to me. It's old school. Need to get an artifact based meme. What do we got? Binoculars.
Stay hidden.
Would be better. Okay, well, if we do equipment, here's what we'll play.
Stop! Hammer time!
I'm just looking for one divine hammer. Bang, bang. One divine hammer. One divine hammer.
Classic. And black green, there is the squirrel. Black green hybrid squirrel, so we could play a squirrel meme. Kind of stuff you could see on this channel if I ever remember what memes I've set up.
How do you get a squirrel down from a tree?
Pull down your pants and show me your nuts.
That's a classic squirrel joke. Oh yeah, there's food. Get like a tempting apple.
Dip the apple in the brew. Let the sleeping death seep through. Have a bite.
Stuff like that. Okay, well, let's go ahead and browse 17 lands. Didn't think it was going to take this long. Those of you not watching live can skip ahead. Oh, and we have a viewer. So thanks for hanging out, viewer. Try to keep an eye on this. Opening up 17 lands here. I'll need to see what's new in Chrome. To 17lands.com. Analytics. Oh. Now we're the one who's not hitting ready fast enough. But we'll see. Again. If you wait till it's like 7 and 8, or there's 7 people that have hit it and then you hit ready, sometimes it doesn't activate the last seed. That's because I really believe they try to time it so that somebody just walks right in. Okay, we're in. We're happening. Forget about 17 lands. I'm still on this screen. Yeah, okay. Make these a little bigger for everyone. This was played against me once. It's super powerful. It is 6 mana. Whereas we could just take a cast down. And there's a baked into a pie. I'm going to follow my recommendation and draft cheap removal. I do recommend starting to pick up these artifact lands on the sooner side. There seems to be about 1 per pack. This guy has been really nasty in the blue decks. Skyship Plunderer is not bad. You're doing like a green-blue thing, or I mean, there are plenty of counters flying around. Wanderer's Strike can be okay. We can just take an Annihilating Glare, though. Usually not too much of a cost in a black deck to sacrifice an artifact. That sets us up to have 2 cheap removal spells. Ornithopter Paradise is not bad to consider early on, in terms of like, I don't know what kind of splashes we're going to get here, but we'll see. So here you go. Here's just a big old 5/5 that you can power out pretty quick. Mandible Justiciar is pretty good. Walking Skyscraper. I haven't seen this in action. Hexproof as long as it's untapped is not bad. Just to shut down the board. I guess if you're in a more I do love the Spyglass Siren, but I think I'm going to take the Mandible. There's no real removal here. We probably would like to pick up the Fen Hauler on the wheel, but we'll just see what we get here. So Cutthroat Centurion has been pretty good in the red-black decks, or the decks that want to be able to sacrifice. This guy I don't like at all. It's interesting with the choice there. But we get a Static Net. This is 2 life and a Power Stone token. That's really good. This Tameo, though, it's a mobilizer, has been really nasty too. We already have a white card that we really like in Justiciar. So I'm going to take the Static Net, I think. Be careful, there are 2 2-mana 1/1 mirrors. One is the one that dies into 2 damage to any target, and this one dies into a creature, which is good in a sacrifice deck. So, Hail of Assimilation. Remind me what this does again. So it's just an artifact fall +1/+1 vigilance. Boundary Screecher is not that exciting. I think we probably just take the Dark Moss Bridge here. In the right aggro deck, the Veil is probably pretty awesome. I mean, you're gonna trigger it on your artifact lands too. We should just make sure we're picking up stuff. So this Fabricate 2, this is pretty nice. But there's the Fen Hauler. We might wheel the other Fen Hauler. I'm gonna take the uncommon. Only an argument for taking the Razor Tide Bridge as well. Terrarian's not bad for splash if you got the right synergies. It just comes in tapped. It's just a bit slow. And now we don't really have great choices. Protect blue. We could protect red. We're seeing a decent amount of both. I'll take the value card, the Arcumender. Okay, so we did wield the Fen Hauler. Pretty easy pick for that pack there. And then I love Recommission in this set. Blood Fountain, also 2 artifacts for 1 black mana. Pretty nice with the Fen Hauler. Alright. I'm going to go with the Blood Fountain. May regret that. Recommission with Mandible, and hopefully we're going to get some other small creatures. Could be really nice. And now we've sent all our packs over and we're waiting. Looks like Mosey 666 is kind of slow. So we'll get hooked up in pack 2 potentially. But might have more skilled drafters to our right than we do to our left. Our curve while we wait. The Juggernaut. I do like the Sky Swimmer Koi. I don't know about the Juggernaut. Aggro. Took it. Playable. And we wield another Fen Hauler. And there's the artifact land. Take that, even though the blue guy is good. Okay. Well, we get a Phyrexian Flesh Gorger, pretty good, since we've been pretty heavy black. Otherwise, to wheel, the Cloud Guard, the Vault Scourge, the Deadly Dispute, all would be pretty great. Mishra's Bauble, you just throw in any deck, it thins your deck. Makes chances of you getting your power cards more, and you get artifact synergies, of course, and sacrifice synergies with it. Alright, so there's Static Net, there's an Annihilating Glare. There's Arcbound Prototype. Disenchant, though, in this format, removes a lot of things. And because there's a lot of enchantment-based removal, I'm going to take the Disenchant. I think we're likely to be white-black. Total mana value of non-creature artifacts. Wow, should we go with Metalwork Colossus? We don't have a lot of non-creature artifacts. Tough Cookie's great. Epic Confrontation's great. Scuttlemutt or Scrapwork Mutt is great. Will be a rare drafter though. There's the Dark Moss Bridge, which makes it more likely we could splash some of these. Didn't look like these lands were getting taken that highly though in the last round, so we'll have to see. They do tend to go higher. And here's a Mirror Enforcer. That's fantastic. There's Ornithopter. There's Minstrosity. There's Monoscalion. I like all of these. Just think with the affinity for artifacts here. I should probably be taking 2 drops though. I'll take the Monoscalion. It's 2-drop and removal. Hopefully wheel that Mirror Enforcer, but every deck wants that and wants to play it and can play it, so it's pretty Pretty good. So let's see. This is +1 counter payoff for sacrificing, or we just take the Arcbound prototype. Make sure we have enough playable 2-drops here. There's the other Fenhauler. Do we want to get 3 Fenhaulers? Guess we're kind of all in on the cheap artifacts and Fenhaulers. Well, there you go. There's another one. I'll take the Bone Splitter. Captured by Legax is a great reason to be in white-green. You can just kind of win sometimes out of nowhere with that. Menace Fabricate. Take the bridge, just for potential splash purposes here. And then search up a mirror. There's a 6/6 through crew 3. Let's see. There's plenty of mirrors you can draft, so this ends up just being a 4-mana 3/1 that draws you a creature. And I will take the Cutthroat Centurion. Hopefully don't have to play it. It doesn't make artifacts. There's another Dark Moss Bridge coming back. Alright, so we're very set up to splash into green. And Ornithopter Paradise very late. With a cool sound effect. And it's a Thopter, so fingers crossed we open Thopter Foundry, because that one has just been nasty to deal with on the other side. So we got Blade of Shared Souls. And we can splash blue. More inclined just to take the Thraben Inspector. Also the Greedy Freebooter. Don't really have any equipment synergies. Somebody else try to do the weird combo stuff with it. Never becomes attached to a creature. For as long as it remains attached to it, you may have that creature become a copy of another target creature. Visions of Phyrexia. There aren't too many ways to draw cards in red, so that's legit. That's just like a top end in your red aggro decks to not flood out. I think we'll just take the Mouser. We want cheap artifacts. Let's get these Fenhaulers. Not really seeing a reason to splash into other colors so much. There's Spider Food is pretty good, but we can just take a Thraben Inspector, or I'd rather have a Monstrosity. And I think a couple Thrabsies. Another Dark Moss Bridge. And Mirror Enforcer is going to be good. How we're setting up here. I think we still play the artifact lands if we don't have something to splash into, though. And we're already in pack 3. Green has just been pretty competitive. Well, give us a rare. This guy doesn't really have any artifact synergies. This is a pirate synergy. But it's also just card advantage, especially if you're in a pretty fast deck. I mean, it could be good in green, black, because of the food and the gaining life. Certainly take it. And I've loved Hexgold Hoverwing. Not bad. Could run that instead of Juggernaut. Can't be blocked by walls, though. Are there even any other walls in the set? Yeah, and then Scrapwork Cohort is great. But we also have the Monstrosity. Let's look at our curve here. I would like more 2-drops. Scrap work is so good, though. Well, here we go. And the Goldmire Bridge we would love, but I'll take the scrap work. Probably actually supposed to take the Goldmire Bridge. And Cogworks Puzzle Knot's great. Make tons of artifacts for cheap. Just rare draft this. I don't think we're playing the Gold Warden's Helm at this point. As you know, when you draft rares, you can fill your vault. And Welding Sparks. Oh my jeez. Maybe that's almost worth splashing. That could quickly become kills anything in our deck. Oh, well, everybody wanted us to get a Gold Warden's Helm. So I see this as I don't have any reason to splash, right? We cut all our splash stuff. And we could trim down a few lands on creature artifacts. So we've got Bone Splitter. We've got the Puzzle Knot. Gold Warden's Helm actually would reduce the Metalwork Colossus, but I don't think Metalwork Colossus is going to work in our deck. In terms of removal, I guess we got Disenchant, Cast Down, Static Net. I would have liked to get more. What if we just do 15 lands? Because we're pretty low to the curve. So, you know, pull out these removals. But we do have the Thrabins and the Arcbound Mauser. Oh yeah, we got this removal here. And we got some recurrence. We got Monstrosity, which dies into a food. Help with our Ruin Raider. It's going to be an interesting deck. This could go really well or really poorly. I guess make your predictions in the comments. No peeking ahead if you're not watching live. And let's play. Sometimes 15 land decks do really well for me, sometimes they don't. Do have the one equipment is a good reason to have extra mana sitting around. I'll keep this. Opponent goes first. Maybe we'll draw into a 1-drop. Esper Sentinel. That's annoying. Opponent looks like they might be pretty aggro. Jorkadine. So far they don't have equipment. I played a deck with this, did really well. But there aren't tons of pump spells. There aren't tons of ways to get it to be bigger without the equipment. See what they do. He's got a removal spell. Well, you've made my Mirror Enforcer cost 1 less. Thank you. Well, should I take out the... Sacrifice an artifact. Guess I'll take out Jorkadine. There's a pretty good chance their deck is built around it. Sentinel remains a problem. Okay. Oh, I thought they were going to do nothing for turn 3, darn it. Nope. They did everything. I think we'll wait till they try to equip the Bone Splitter to their Sentinel and then disenchant it. Don't really want the Arcbound prototype counters to go. Only one to equip, though. Depending on what they want to play. There we go. They can pop it on the prototype and hit us for 4. No, they don't. Okay. So they get a barbed spike going. Let's get our X-Gold Hover Wings, I suppose. We're almost to just paying almost full freight for Mirror Enforcer. So they equip up the prototype. We'll actually block the prototype. Let's have them put all their counters onto the barb spike. We can hit it with the static net. Is there any argument for playing either of these? Sure why it's giving me multiple choices. But we're going to gain 2 life, make a Power Stone. Mirror Enforcer is down to 5. Ben Hauler is down to 5. Take 4 though. We're down to 9. Are they out of gas? Please just be out. Lion Sash? Jeez. Okay, they had a great draft seat, clearly, for their deck. Make it flying. Lion Sash grows. Arcbound Slasher. This is not great. Without removal, I guess we'll make the move over 2 +1 counters instead of 4. Yeah, darn it. And we're pretty much just dead here. Yeah, Barb Spike on the Slasher. Lion Sash can get 5. And Bob is their uncle. Well, wish we had a couple more cheap removal spells. Mana seemed fine, really. It was just the opponent was fast, and we probably actually drew too many lands and too many of our big stompers. Up against Captain Draga. One goes first. We can hold out pretty long with just white mana. Go for the keep. They took a mully. Question is, do we Arcbound first or Monoskelly first? I guess we'll Monoskelly first. There might be a reason to throw a point. Okay. Wow. Never had somebody concede to a Monoskellion, but there's something new every day. Oh, must be my other account that was in Platinum. I thought it was on this account. Alright. Let's start Duskmourn right in Platinum. The pros. Okay, well this is more of a mulligan, I think. Ooh. Oh, one more mana to get to Flesh Gorger. And then what do we put back? Thrabsy? For the Mirror Enforcer? Or the Annihilating Glare? Just hope we don't need to remove something? No, we'll put back Thrabsy. Alright, well we're gonna get Flesh Gorger on curve. They're black-white, they probably have plenty of removal. Cold Steel Heart. Great card. Probably underrated in these drafts. I've been seeing it go around. And if they can't remove Flesh Gorger, we just pop Bone Splitter on it. It's gonna be awesome. Ashnod's Harvester. Ashnod's Harvester, okay. Well, they can hit back pretty hard. Oh wait, they can double block though. We put one of those in the graveyard. For the cost of losing the Bone Splitter, which is also going to hurt the Mirror Enforcer. Alright, I'm going to 2-for-1 them. Oh, they don't go for it. Okay. Interesting. They have plans for those harvesters. Clearly I need to take out a Fenhauler and put in one more small creature. I should see if we have another small artifact. Eye of Melkator. It's an annoying card. Put one on top. Look, they're probably looking for removal. Okay. There's that stupid serpent. Grabwork Cohort. Gives us some fodder for Mirror Enforcer, Annihilating Glare, Fenhauler. Setting up for a nice big turn this turn. Hairless Mirror. They want to take a big attack here. I'm kind of fine with that. Huh. Maybe I stop a 3/1. Mirror Enforcer goes back to being 4 mana. Potentially means it'd be 9 plus 6. Ooh, 15 damage. What is this on? This is on blue. Yeah, I'm kind of in favor of keeping my, just in case I don't draw mana. This will really regret not doing a trade there. It seemed to maybe their last card is a counterspell. Well, in for a penny, in for a pound. 10-point swing. To cast the Fen Haulers, I need 3 of my artifacts to survive. Okay. Oh, there's. And Malcator is back. That stupid thing. No blocks. And another one. Dien Zoy has definitely got their deck going. Their deck is cranking. We still don't even have one of our colors. How do I attack here? And they can bring back the harvesters. Don't want to tap that way. If I attack, chance they don't block. Attacks. Yeah, the Fenhauler is a problem for them because they don't have anything that can block it. We can double Eye of Malcator on us. Means I probably trade off the Flesh Gorger at that point. But it's done great work for us. Blood Fountain. Okay. Eyes of Malcator coming up. Clearly they can just trigger those all day long. They got a way to kill the Fenhauler, it looks like, potentially. In their graveyard. Perilous Mirror and the Gear Seeker Serpent, that would be annoying just to have them get those back too. What you gonna do, opponent? Draw a bunch of cards, okay. Alright, well I want to beat him next turn if I can. Static Net. We've got access to blue, white, and black. Can't even play Static Net. I can just hit him for 5. another one of these. Well, if they crack that blood token, that's a good sign. Maybe they drew 3 lands. They drew a Sky Swimmer Koi, which actually could block the Fen Haulers. I guess they need 2 non-artifact blockers. Or 1 non-artifact blocker and a piece of removal. Well, if we get white, look out. Get one of our planes. How's it going to play out? Surgical Skull Bomb. There's the 4 force. That can bounce what? The Fen Hauler. They have lethal attack. Or they bounce the Flesh Gorger. They're considering. Okay. Gonna bounce the Flesh Gorger. Oh, what? They didn't pay the life? That's a mistake. Okay, that calls for
From the end zone, he punts it. Oh my goodness, this could be the longest punt in Super Bowl history.
I don't think I've been that excited for a punt. What a punt.
It's on his hand, but that's fine. Guess they could replay it. We take 10. We gain 5. We hit back for 5. Got a way to survive. Whew! Made me sweat on that one. Super sweaty. Alright, of course I dropped the first game and then quickly win the next several. Just to make sure all the viewers thought I was terrible. Artifacts, artifacts. Everybody loves artifacts. Let's check my messages. Matching up. Will we match up or down after we waited that long? Match down. Once you get up into platinum, careful, okay. Again, I think we're going for mulligan. I mean, we could use the blood to try and find white mana, but we're a bit lucky. Oh, we got a mulligan again, okay. No, we could keep 5. So, adios Fen Hauler, adios one of our swamps. And see if we can beat somebody who's out the door with the Vault Scourge turn 1. I guess our Monoscallion can just kind of hit that. Okay, well, here's Veil of Assimilation. See that in action. Great 1-2 punch there. I wonder if it's worth casting down. Because they're just going to keep doing that. It'll be a little presumptuous. We do want the board clear for monstrosity if we can. Yeah. Attacks. Maybe I shouldn't have passed this card. Just became a 7/5. Trample. Uh-huh. Guess no blocks. We might need monstrosity to trade with it later. Hope they spent their ammo. They can make one with the puzzle. Not. Yeah, we might just be getting run over here. Another Vault Scourge, great. We absorb 3, we take 5, we go to 2. And they're pretty much dead to the Vault Scourge with the Bone Splitter on it. We can eat a food. Let's see if we get a clue. Because what gets us out of this? Guess like this, we're 1 mana away from casting a 5/5, but that's too late. So let's sacrifice the food is the guarantee. Buy us 1 more turn. Dex. Okay. That's game. We mulligan to 5 on that, right? So, like, chances to win were low. 2 and 2. Let's try to win at least 1 more. So we go 50%. Sometimes variance gods are on your side. Sometimes they are not. A little bit risky, putting in 15 lands.
There should be no risk management. Study risk taking, not risk management.
Risky business.
What is my P?
You know what a hurry we're in.
Oh, of course. Salty rope song. Should have let it play out while we were waiting to make this matchup. So now we've matched up. Keep this. I guess we'll do planes first. Puzzle knot second. Power out this Fen Hauler before opponent can get set up. If we're lucky, now it's our old pal Vault Scourge. Keep a one-lander? No, they did not. The Song Shaper. Well, we theoretically have a block for the Song Shaper, so let's just keep this rolling. No attacks. Disenchant hits either of these guys. Might hope for a better target. Arcbound Trekker. Can we do this? Oh, yes, we can. Turn 4, 5/5. Lion Sash. Didn't we play this deck already? Jesus. We can get through for 3. Mouser, okay. Get through for 4. For Absy. And I think we just want to do Puzzle Knot, Disenchant. To the Foundry, okay. Pretty dang good card. Uncommon. Alright, now their Arcbound Tracker has gotten insane. And when it dies, they can just put it on the Mouser. Guess I'll take out Chief of the Foundry. Well, it's got no shortage of stuff I want to take out on their board. And we're just drawing... Flooding out with our 15 land deck. As you do. We don't win in a race either. They're at 22, we're at 13. We win here. I guess we double block the Arcbound Tracker next turn. Gives First Strike Trample. Ugh. Well, you can't win if you don't draw cards. Okay, removal off the top. Ruin Raider. Dang. Okay. Ranking down in gold here. Of course, the moment I start streaming. It's okay. The 250 and 1,000 gems is a big difference. That would have been pretty. I would have made a pretty big diff. But we'll do another one. We'll do another one. Keep it going. I owe all 2 of you viewers good matchup here. How are people doing today? People gonna go to the Duskmorn pre-release tonight or this weekend? I know I'm planning probably Sunday if I can. My wife loads up the weekends pretty thick with activities for the kids and stuff. Not a lot of room for several hours of Magic. So it goes. Oh, we got 7. Maybe I will. Let's see. Oh, okay. Ready. I always do this. Trying to time it. Gonna be that 8th person. Doesn't hit ready. Find out. And looks like it. I'm telling you, conspiracy theory. Oh, João, you got in there. Okay, so I love Tough Cookie. Love the Candy Grapple. Love the Lagak. We wanted to just commit to. But again, we'll do what I believe is the key to this form, which is cheap removal. Prioritize cheap removal, aggro synergies, and then big fatties. Ooh, okay. So there's Vault Scourge, which was our Scourge in the last draft. I'm opposed to taking Greta here. Maybe Wheel Guy's Gift. Probably not Wheel Vault Scourge or Iron Apprentice, but. Also Rebel Salvo, which is pretty nice removal in red. Maybe. Yeah, actually, let's do Rebel Salvo. And here's cheap green removal. Okay. We got a good cheap removal base here. I went to look Guy's Gift, but. Modified creature. It'd be too hard to get modified creatures. There's Tamio's Immobilizer. Oh, there's Obliterating Bolt. Okay. We're rapidly becoming red. Get some small creatures to back up this cheap removal. Once again, we seem to be passing to the slow player. Wow. Any of these are you. God. Not every day you play against God. You draft opposite to God. God and I could end up in the same colors. If we read the signals right. And you know God is reading the signals. Okay, so Juggernaut, this is a classic. Surgical Skull Bomb would protect us in blue, but we're not that interested in that. Would be our second modified synergy. And what do we just take protection in blue. Yeah, we'll take a cheap red creature. Hey, it's the tempting apple. Where's my apple?
If the apple in the brew, let the sleeping death sheep through. Have a bite?
I'm gonna take the Tomb Raider, I think. Just going heavy in red. We can red, white, Bloom Hulk is interesting. If we do get a bunch of modified stuff. This guy is also pretty cool, just making a bunch of bodies. 3 bodies for 3 mana. Always nice to have 3 rectangles. I'm going to take the Rustvale Bridge. The chance we end up red-white. We want to splash something white. White has good removal in this set. Splashable removal. Now do we see what Wield from pack 1? Any comments, chat? Another Ember Keeper. Bartolome. Not really super splashable, Bartolome. We'll just go with the Ember Keeper again. Blade Master. I can become modified. Yeah, we'll just take the Weirding Wood. Could be a red-green modified deck. Possibly splashing the Candy Grapple. It is splashable. I have Malcator. Well, that's not bad for a blue deck. Oh, okay. Steel Overseer is just a must-answer threat. Duel of the Squirrel. Chief of the Foundry is kind of awesome. Disenchant is super splashable removal. We'd love the Volshock Splitter. I'm going to go with the Overseer. We don't actually, do we have any artifact creatures yet? Well, we have modified synergies. That's what's important. Holy camole, Jingataxius? Well, let us consider going blue. Just a red-blue deck. Possibly splashing green. Let's see. Oh, Fumigate. That's actually... Whew, okay. Some interesting stuff getting past this direction. But it gets buffed with modifications. Jeez, Fumigate. I mean, the Gremlins I actually like more than the Blade Master. That just replaces one of those guys, whereas the Renegade adds to the deck. The Vorak is a great card. They have it for blue. Oh man. I didn't have enough time on that pick. Keeper end up there. It's not that exciting. No, no, there's our blue. Wow, Miglios. Plus welding sparks. Okay, well this guy's back in. You're back in the deck, Blade Master, because you're a pirate and you work with Captain Storm. Right, we need some more artifacts that enter. Cheap artifacts. Preferably ramping to get us to Jingataxius. Snare prototype's good. There's a splash. Filigree attendant. Take the snare. And a cheap modified creature is perfect. Oh, but Ornithopter Paradise. Ooh. This works with a lot of our deck. This helps us get to. I'm gonna go with Jingataxius. We immediately have gone from being an aggro-ish deck. Voltage Surge. Terrarian. Oh, we gotta take the cheap removal. So I think our goal is just remove, remove, remove. I don't know if these Aki Ember Keepers help that much. Tomb Raider is a pirate, but this is an artifact, and it's triggered by artifacts. And there's Pirate Hat, which equips cheaply to a pirate, which we have a lot. Go with Tawashi, but maybe we should have taken the equipment. I don't know. Making Power Stones doesn't get us to... There's Pirate Hat again. Get another shot of Pirate Hat. I also like Woolshock. Good mana is the most important thing, though. We learned that the hard way last draft. And the Phyrexian Cat's great, but I think Iron Apprentice. There's the Gremlins. And a Vicious Assault. We'd not be unhappy running that. Moon Snare. Oh, okay. Paid off, possibly?
The multiverse is a paradise of inspiration.
So +1, scry 1, you may tap an untapped artifact to draw a card. So possibly scry 1, draw 1. Man, do we have enough removal now? Oh, you're out of here. Why'd you do that? I just worry about too many Eye of Malkators. Unless we get a bunch more cheap stuff. We'd rather have Visions of Phyrexia. Let's make tap Power Stones. Woo! I mean, probably just want Cold Steel Heart. Put an artifact card. We just don't have too many artifact cards. I just rather ramp, or we just take Silver Bluff Bridge. Oh. Maybe we wheel Silver Bluff Bridge. I don't think anybody wants that. Hey, Captain Ripley Vance is a pirate. And Slagwoods or Arcbound Tracker is actually good, but we're really stacked at the 3-drop slot. Just take a Terrarian. Oaken Siren is great. And another Oaken Siren is also great. Or we got the Plundering Pirate, the 3-drop though. And we got the Scrapwork Mud. I've seen these Oaken Sirens perform really well here. And there's another pirate. Pick another Tawashi. You know, Chrome Courier is super good and splashable in this kind of deck. This modifies very cheaply. Normally I think we'd take Dowsing Device. And take the Alloy Mirror. Probably not going to play it. Hey, we get Joyra for free or Silver Bluff. I don't know. Without 2 Silver Bluffs, do we even cast Joyra that often on 2? Alright, let's see where this ended up. I'm going to say it again. It could be good, could be terrible. Don't have a ton of confidence in it. A lot of 3-drops. So we can lose Terrarian. But we do like cheap artifacts. The Oaken Sirens. The Ember Keepers. Let's trim down 1 Ember Keeper for now. Maybe Upriser Renegade as well. The Human Artificer. We got a lot to do on turn 2. And then being able to put it on a pirate. Those are pirates. Those are better targets for it. Honestly, we'll probably do without both of these Blade Masters. And then we keep it at 17 lands. And hopefully don't get run over. Let's give it a shot. Make your predictions. How many wins do you think the deck will get? Up against Clutus. Clutus Magootis. Well, we got Jin-Gitaxias. Tap keep. We don't have any artifacts. Tomb Raider does not play very well. Ooh, okay. That was a good top deck. Turn 2 hit you for 4. If they try to put a roadblock down, we possible way to remove it here. Yeah. It's just with the loss of tempo, we just get 4. Chief of the Foundry. And at this point we're okay trading off, I think. Let's Eye of Malcator. See if we can set up to drop an artifact next turn. Huh. Well. Opponent will be happy if we do that, but I think Visions of Phyrexia will set us up pretty well. We do, after all, have Jin-Gitaxias at the top end. See what opponent's got going. Plays Plains. Clutus. Clutus, the slack-jawed Yurko. Oh, they have Oaken Siren. Okay. It's a mirror match, eh? Huh. It is like they're leaving up a counterspell. I was supposed to play the Gremlins. Should have played the Gremlins. And we can get back, what? Chief of the Foundry? Play it. They should attack for 1 first, because that has... 2 mana away from Jin-Gitaxias, but we know our opponent likes counterspells. Like the exact deck you don't want to have Jin-Gitaxias in hand. Okay, we can spellbomb our Gremlins, but we can take a couple turns of getting beat down. Oh no. Opponent's playing the control game very nicely. Oh, hey, Ornithopter Paradise. Oh, okay. I'm willing to chump there. Interesting. May as well move this over. Okay, opponent. Guess if they bounce the Ornithopter, will be pretty big sad. Thought Monitor! Great card. Opponent's got a great deck. If we win, it'll just be because they didn't have a counterspell for Jin-Gitaxias here. The Gear Seeker gets around Jin, too. Oh, mana. Okay. X equals 4, which plus 2, because we control a modified creature. Kill that. That's the turn. throw back the gremlin. That's fine. They recommission the Chief of the Foundry. Take 5. Okay, moment of truth. Hey, we got through. Okay. They do still have those flyers, which is going to be a big problem. Oof. Ouch. Okay. We're just dead. Yep, we're just dead. Okay. Well, we did cast Ingataxius. We just didn't cast it in time. Or already drew their whole deck and played their giant board. And once again, losing the first game, never where you want to be in a draft. I was so confident. I was doing so well in these drafts. Trying to talk through your plays and play does knock your win rate down. Unless you're really, really good. And I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Check my messages. Ooh. Some friends I play framed movie game get with. You have to guess a movie from the frames. Alright, well, Tomb into Cold Steel into Saheeli. And we go first. Let's just hope this. Okay. Interesting. Well, so we could. Cold Steel doesn't get us to Saheeli on 4 anyway. And maybe I was just a Cold Steel there. You know they've got a 3-2 coming. Just hit a land drop. Alloy Mirror. Don't block. We'll choose blue. Yeah, they got access to 5 mana. They're at pseudo 13. Ton of cards in hand. Okay, Flyer makes it hard to cast our Planeswalker. That's annoying. I think we'll just go with Visions. Phyrexia. They're at 10. So keeping the pressure on is something. Oh, they go to 5. Okay. They're at 5. If we hit a land, we could get 6. So we're 2 turns potentially from Jingataxius. Guess you can come down and make a bunch of Thopters. Now it's getting a little harder. Now we need to start hitting some removal. We do have a bit of a cushion here. Okay, Bone Splitter's nice. Steel Overseer's nice. Use my Power Stone mana. And then we go with Saheeli. Steel Overseer. Yeah, I think we go with Steel Overseer. Let's Goblin Tomb Raid. Kind of force a block here. Alright, there's nothing for the Whelp to put its counters on. Okay. I like how we're doing here. Protean Sprite. They're at pseudo 8. Tap land, that's fine. Where are they going to play their wolf? Gloomhold. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Glad we went first, right? See the difference of going first. Still not at Jingataxius here. Make some stop thops.
Treats me and my creed dive like hawks.
Oh, I can play this. Yeah. Another one to get plussed up by the Overseer. Last turn. Knight of the Sweet's Revenge, yeah. That's a card, alright. And they finally cut down the Scavenger. Okay, they are out of cards in hand. We tap this, don't want to forget that. Alright, that's all they had to see. Jin, stranded in hand. Maybe we weren't supposed to take Jin. That really distorted our draft. We were just like, past pack 2, we were like, okay, I guess we'll be blue now. But I have less experience doing blue in this format. I've mostly just been playing white, red, and green. Torchbear. Welcome, new viewers. How's everybody doing today? You gonna go play Duskmorn at your LGS? I think I'm gonna go play on Sunday. The pre-release. Oh, you stole my play. Stockpile, okay. long as they have no creatures down. I do want to get Ornithopter going. All right. Unopposed, hitting for 4. Drop a 2/2. Salvager. So if they want to sacrifice their Bone Splitter, they can do it. Okay, let's make that a 4/2. Aha. We probably don't want to any of your end steps, so yeah. Oh. Wait. But they could sacrifice it to make it a 3/3. So I gotta sacrifice my Bone Splitter? Wait a minute. They leave behind their Bone Splitter. Yeah, let's just take it out. Hit it for 6. Screecher is a creature. They're gonna be so sad here. Hit you for 7. At this point, I can move the Bone Splitter over and be flying for 2 a turn. Aha, but it was modified, so I got a creature there. And I got this hasty guy. Yeah, you're gone. Sorry, opponent. There we go. Now we're rocking and rolling. Oh, I see we have some new viewers here. I'll show you the deck. 2-1. Got a winning record. A big fun is Jingataxius. Let's see if there's anything else we want in the deck. This is a pirate, which works nicely with Captain Storm, but probably maybe more. Yeah, okay. There we go. There's the Terrarian and the Alloy Mirror. As the Terrarian is a potential. I mean, we could take out a land. I think we're at full 17 lands. Maybe we would rather take out a land and have the Terrarian. It's a possible color fix, and it's another artifact trigger for a lot of these things. Care about that, like Tawashi. See if anybody in the chat has any comments on that. 13 artifacts, that's a decent amount. Yeah, 17 lands. Heavier on red than blue. If we took out a blue, then the Terrarium. Let's try it. I just have had so little of Oh. Yes, Mr. Alex Ock, the set is good. I like it. I've been having fun. Before I started playing live, I trophied 3 out of 5 times I played it, but that was playing on my phone without the distraction of talking through everything. So let's see. Turn 1 Bone Splitter, turn 2 Oaken Siren. I like it. Could hold back the Oaken Siren. I mean the Bone Splitter. Maybe as a trigger for Eye of Malcator. since we drew that. Opponent is in black and white, possibly a splash. Black, white, red. Here's removal colors. Mandible Justiciar. Yeah. That's kind of a kill on sight. Bit hard to... Attack for 1, and then equip. Now we don't really have a way to trigger Eye of Malcator, but actually, well, Sahili can with creating Thopters, so... Salivating Gremlins! Good card. We have that too, in fact. Maybe... What should we do? Guess we'll get our own gremlins down. Actually, never mind. This gets +2/+0, so we could trade the Oaken Siren over. They want to attack with the gremlins. It's going to get pretty big here. They've played 4 tap lands in a row. A little scared they might have a pump spell. There aren't too many pump spells in this format, especially ones that give toughness. Okay. Well, you got removal, you got removal. How do I want to play this? I think Eye of Malcator. Steel Overseer. Captain Ripley Vance. We're not going to be casting our 3rd spell. Pop you for 6. 10-14. The opponent doesn't have any creatures in the graveyard to get back with Blood Fountain, so that's good for us. Our best thing we could hope for is that they popped that... hey, they finally played an untapped land. They popped this blood token here. Boundary Inspector, okay. And an Arcbound Mouser, yeah, so they can pop us back for 6. Which they do. No blocks. Now let's see. If I... Tahili. Make a couple Thopters. Some triggers. Let's put the Bone Splitter on the Grems. Whoa, wait. Are the Thopters hasty? Oh, wow. So, can I just win here? Let me think about this. That's a 5/5. They gotta block that. That's 8. I think I win. I'll attack. I suppose... Oh, they got to No, no, they go to 1. All right, so if they have a big hit with the salivating gremlins, yeah, crack that blood token. If they can play 3 artifacts next turn. Let's see. Dragonwing Glider. Don't think that does it. 1 artifact. Oh, but it's hasty. Okay, well. Opponent had the perfect top deck. I still think it was correct to attack there, right? Because I had to make them lose as much of their board as possible. That was a rough beat. Who saw that? Just took us down to 50% and a chance of having a losing deck. Don't like it. I had to keep 1 Thopter back. Yeah. Maybe? But then they don't lose one of their creatures, right? Then we don't have lethal. Anyways, I think you like this set, Alex. If I had to guess, you would like playing aggro. This is a good set for aggro. This is the no creatures draw. Keep it though. Let's get Terrarian going turn 1. Cold Steel turn 2. Empty will crack the Terrarian turn 2. Jorkadine! Yeah. Draw some cards. Oh, did that sacrifice the Terrarian? Oh well. Worked out the same, thankfully. Eye of Melkator. Beneath the Capuchin. Gonna hit us for lifelink, first strike. Oh, good scry. Don't need those lands right now. Tracker. Captain Ripley Vance. I mean, we could get this down. Hope to triple spell. Or we just get in with the Eye of Malcator. Pop the Bone Splitter on there. They're actually considering double blocking. Interesting. Combat pressure. Okay, opponents just had banger after banger here. This is not fair. Here's all our cheap removal that we so assiduously drafted. Not really worth holding out for the 3 spells. Big blockers. Put it on red. At 11. They got a lot of cards in hand, though. If I can remove Denitha, and they somehow don't have a lot of good cards left in hand. It's not really well, though. Obliterating Bolt. Archon Tracker is good. They're holding back the combat thresher too. Blocks. Just flood it out here. Alright. Jin Gataxius off the top. That's my goal. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. We're not dead, technically. Like they got removal. Land is good to see. Cheap threats, cheap removal. Flame at discharge, a little too late. And that's the ball game. Okay. Again, just demonstrating what not to do, apparently. Man, 250 gems versus 1,000. That's a real steep cliff there. And that's been pretty atypical for my drafts, except when I'm trying to draft on stream. What time is it? Well, I'm losing quickly enough. Let's go. Let's see if we can close out this live stream with something better. I think the variance gods have not favored us. Maybe just force red white. Go to my comfort zone. Force red, white, and green. I let Jin Gataxius distract us. I stayed too open there. Well, let's take the Revoker. If I guess I'm forcing red white, I'd take the Scrapwork Mutt, possibly the Cloud Guard. Ravenous Squirrel is not a bad start if we just want to be like a green-black deck. And we can possibly wheel the Dark Moss Bridge. All right. Maybe we'll force food instead. People like Golgari. Gotta give the people what they want. I'll wait. I'll text with my wife about going to the pre-release. Okay, well, there's Conclave Mentor. It's not bad for the green-white deck. Hired Apprentice would keep us kind of open. Puzzle Knot's nice. Tomb Raider. See anything for the green-black deck. Conclave Mentor. Hey, and there's removal. Well, let's go white. Take the cheap lifelinker, I think. Where do we take the removal? Spider food is just okay removal. But like if we end up in the food deck, I guess it's better. Kind of want to go heavy white. And the Argothian Sprite's nice too on the wheel. I'll start cutting white. Okay, well, Gleeful Demolition's great. There's the splash for red. This guy's very splashable too. Let's just scrapwork Mutt for now. And we can take the Goldmire Bridge. Let's us splash the Ravenous Squirrel's ability. Probably not red. He's still looking at green-white. And we get a chance at the spider food. Take that. Candy Trail also good in the food decks. Okay, so our Revoker came all the way around the wheeled the table. I mean, it's not terrible. Can shut down some things. Kind of like this Argothian Sprite though, being aggro. Aggro and it can put +1/+1 counters. It's a good flood protection. Not trinket texts can't be blocked by artifact creatures. There's a lot of decks that just means can't be blocked. You're talking about an artifact format. I think we'll take the 2 rectangles for 3. I kind of like the Ornithopter. We knew we were going to get some equipment or something. Might be good. Again, 2 rectangles or 2 rectangles plus ramp. Or protect red. It might actually be the best option. Or Ishes. Ooh, okay. Bankbuster is pretty much a snap. That's a good rare for any deck. Even an aggro deck. Hope to wheel the modular guy, the Vault Scourge. Flash blue with that. Bank Booster. Crew 3. So we're going to try to look for things that have 3 power. Oh, if you missed my first draft, this was my pick one, pack one, or I didn't pick it, but this was my possible pick one, pack one. This is a really strong card if you're in black. Ooh, we got Thrabes, we got Mandible, we got Evolving, Adaptive, we just got Hover Wings. Got a ton here. We'd be happy to take the Mandible. I can just run away with games. Inventor's Fair. So pretty good, but 2 red removal spells pretty late here in this direction. We just got 2 removal spells there. I mean, I think we take the Mouser, but no. We should be protecting red more. We have Gleeful Demolition, which is good. Renegade, which is eh. Okay, well, another Justiciar. There's Cast Down, which would be splashable. Just make sure we're getting stuff. Destroy all artifacts. Okay. Guy's Gift. You can kind of use that as removal in a lot of cases. And very late Mycosynth Gardens. This is filtering. And it can become kind of like a land creature. I'm going to take it. There's also Wanderer's Strike, which is not as prioritized. White removal. Oh, okay. Make sure we have good mana. We do have to pass an Argothian Sprite. We got one of those. Servant of the Scale also does well in the green-white decks. And this might be splashable. Some crazy world. Earthbound Prototype. And Thrabsy, yes, please. I love Iron Apprentice too in this deck. I haven't gotten anything that says proliferate yet. I don't know if those just aren't coming around or what. You do have a little bit of +1/+1 counter stuff to work with this guy. And this is +1 counter stuff. Not super. And draws Fire Bridge. Okay. On color rare. Alright. Or we could just take a Disenchant. Or Tyler's Provisioner is pretty good too. Disenchant, it's just so good. And Bone Splitter. Maybe we see if we can wheel Toolcraft Exemplar. Static Net and Recommission. Guess we'll take the Static Net. Colossus, I don't think we're on that because it's non-creature artifacts, so we just have Reckoner, Bankbuster. Maybe if you pick one, pack one that, you can kind of draft around it, but we want to have lots of artifact creatures. Oh, here we go. Patchwork Automaton. The Thornglint Bridge, maybe we can pick up on the wheel. Candy Apple, potentially splashable. What are we looking at for removal? Static Net, Citizen's Arrest, Spider Food, Disenchant. Not terrible. If we get no more. We do need more playables. Okay, well, Fumigate can be kind of against our strategy, but on the other hand, it's just so good. Let's just sandbag it. Ooh, okay, so this Veil of Assimilation was pretty good against us. Take that over Arcbound Prototype number 2. The thing about this is, like, it's really good in the matches where you go first. It's not really great in the matches where you don't. It's going to take the creature. That might be a mistake, but... Dies into investigating. Just straight up fabricates, or we could take a revoker. We're calling it kind of all in on the artifact fall. Here's, well, Wondrous Strike proliferates. That's, at least we got one proliferate card into the deck. And none of these are that great for us. Take this in case we end up somehow splashing something. Recommission is great for us. Yep, keep that. Another Argothian Sprite. Yeah, another Thrabian Spectre. Yeah. And we might even be able to play this Brute Suit. Okay. Well, we wield a ton of playables. I think maybe we either carved out a lane or we didn't see the Legax removal. So let's see. Take out these Goldmire Bridges. And then trim down 2 lands. 15 land aggro. We still have 3 cuts. Maybe Scrapwork Mutt. We can trigger it with Mycosynth Gardens. Get the full value. Just cut the vehicle. And how many creatures we got? 17 creatures. On the job would be good. This makes, these each make 2 creatures. But what do I cut if I'm not cutting on the job? I like all these. Well, actually, maybe do we, let's put back in, because we have the Ravenous Squirrel. Let's put back in 1 Goldmire Bridge. We got 1 plane. Actually, we're heavy on planes. Maybe take out a forest. I want the white mana. Maybe we take out a Sprite. Because we want to be getting the artifact triggers. This needs to go into artifacts. This needs to go into artifacts. Take out a Sprite. +1/+1 counters. That is +1 counters. That is +1 counters. That does +1 counters. These potentially could do +1 counters. Take out the Glorifier of Suffering. That's a pretty low curve. I like it. It's crazy. 15 lands, says Alex. Yeah. Before I hit play, anything else? Were you thinking the same cuts? To expand my chat window so I can read everything here. Okay. Well, if no more comments from the peanut gallery, let's see if I can actually win game 1 with one of these decks for you. Frank Detank 677. It's always a question. I'm gonna go Mouser first. If I'm unopposed, I get the lifelink hit. Nice to get the Graven Inspector down, but you might want the... Okay, well. Now the Conclave Mentor. No attack for now. Don't have anything to put this on. Okay, now we do. And yeah, Argothian Sprite. We are getting overwhelming here. We have removal, but we need another mana for it. But maybe we can draw into it with the Thraben Inspector. Fine, trading off one of these Mousers, because they'll just put the counters on the other one. Got that going for us, which is nice. Opponent playing at least 4 colors. Maybe black-green, splashing both white and blue. Weirding Wood, okay. There's ramping up. Wow, we could static net right now, but we have some things that cost just 1. Let's see. Like that. Alright, let's hope opponent doesn't have Fumigate. Drop something really big, I can just static net, please. Por favor, opponent. Adventure's Fair. That would not be it. They can sack their Clue and buff up the Ravenous Squirrel, okay. Or they could just Bloom Hulk. And a Plains is kind of annoying. Take out the Bloom Hulk. Definitely attacking with that, and I mean we're not that many. We're 5. We're at 6, so only 1 more mana till we can pump the Argothian sprites. But maybe we're just attacking with the Mouser. They want to block. Guess they grow their Ravenous Squirrel. Kind of a force. We got an extra counter though because of the Conclave Mentor. So next turn, either get a land, pump the sprite, and this becomes a 5/5, or crack that Clue. Still just at 10. They're in colors that can make food. We are super wide, yes. Okay, so their Squirrel potentially becomes a 4/4. Just pump the sprite. We could see if they know that we can pump the sprite. They can lose the Squirrel. I guess we'll trade our Squirrel for our sprite. And do we just cash in the Mouser? Might be a little aggro, especially considering they have 2 mana up. See what they do. So your squirrel's a 4/4, but they made a treasure. They drew a card. There's the Lagax. The Lagax got me. They got me. And the Terrarian for opponent. They are definitely in splash heaven. I don't know what kind of crazy power they've got. What do we get? Okay, Scrapwork Mutt. I don't think I need... Hit this down now. For some reason they're able to kill the Mauser. And then I'll attack pretty much. They have to block the 4/4. They go to 2. They gain a life from their Inventor's Fair. We passed that. It's a powerful card. I think people underrate this one, Pitiless Wonder. In the right deck, just sacking creatures, making treasures, sacking treasures. Casting spells. Frank Data Tank. Frank is into tank.
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
They evoked that. That's interesting. Just trying to search their deck for something.
You know what a hurry we're in!
Salty didn't like it much.
I do not suppose you could speed things up.
Salty?
Rub, rub, rub.
Do it! Salty. I am only waiting around to kill you.
Frank just drawing their deck, seeing what they would have gotten, I think. They would have gotten an Ornithopter Paradise. And we get the victory. Alright. Should get into platinum. Despite being 4 and 6 so far. Actually 5 and 6 now. Said green white, white red. More of my zone in this format. Kind of the colors I figured out first and have gotten beaten by more often. Alright, well, we can keep this. I think in this case we're Thraben Inspectoring and just trying to stall until we can fumigate. See what opponent's up to. Perilous Mirror. Yeah, another Thraben Inspector. Ooh. Justiciar. They don't go for the block there. Maybe we'll just win with Thraben Inspectors. Arcbound Tracker. Annoying, but hit our green drop. That's cool. Just pass the turn. Hopefully this is going to be a textbook how to win with a board wipe in hand. Batter Fist. And they don't attack. Wow. Okay. Interesting. So now it's a question of, we can 3 for 3. They're going to be left with an equipment on the battlefield. They're going to nug us for 2. Their Arcbound Tracker is gone, but they have 4 cards in hand. Whereas we have 2 lands in hand. I'm inclined to let them have another turn here. See if we can get... no, you can hit us for 1. Got no problem with that. They are definitely playing around the board wipe, it looks like. Okay, Arcbound Shikari. Now it's probably worth it, because we can fumigate and follow up with the Mouser. And they don't even block. Why do you do that? Auto Tapper, you just want to wreck me. Go to 25, but then down to 23. We got Demausa. Got a lot of cards in hand. Arcbound Whelp. Do I static net that or disenchant that? I guess I'll disenchant that. Would you like to modular my creature, please? No. I think I'll wait. Just to get the plus on the Justiciar. Justiciar. Ooh, okay. Good play from opponent. Excellent play from opponent. They definitely were sandbagging some stuff. So possibly we didn't sandbag long enough. Ooh, okay. We've got Reckoner Bankbuster. I wonder... we can turn this land into the Bankbuster. Or do we just go with enough here? No, they have, well, they don't have to double block the Glorifier still. I can turn the land into... what do I want to become a copy of? Oh, but we had to tap it? No. Oh well. I'll just 1 for 1 here. Oh, now it's just permanently a copy. I see. Okay. I don't know, defensive posture for sure. We waste the static net. Let's draw a card first. See what we get. Another Arcbound prototype. Okay. Well. Get in with the Bank Buster. Wait, no. Cancel that. Let's play these first. We might have some kind of trick here. Then we can crew with these. And attack with these. I'll take the counters over here, thank you. 15 to 28. Land is good. I like to see land from the opponent. We got 2 more draws with our Bank Buster, theoretically. Okay, well, I'll just move those counters over here. Man, I mean, should I just be crewing up? They're completely... undefended. I guess it's the same amount of damage. See what else we can draw at the land. Almost got 3 cards in hand. They have a splash, or are they just double white cards that they're stuck with? Okay. Well, could put up a good fight. I think we just eked out too much value there. We are now platinum. Up against Doraya. Love to see that Patchwork Automaton. So it's when you cast an artifact spell, so Glint Sleeve is not going to trigger it. Fortunately, it's going to be a... nor is Spider Food. Fortunately, it's going to be a small Patchwork Automaton for now. Tap land, Bone Splitter. Okay. Well. Decently unopposed. This is a good, strong 3-color, the teamer colors. Yeah. They're going to spend their whole turn to kill the automaton, but they know it's going to get out of hand. Meanwhile, I mean, that's a bit of a risk because this Justiciar, they may have more removal for it. I can trigger that. Okay. These Gear Seeker Serpents, man, they cast that on turn 4? Because of these lands, the artifact lands. Great combo. And it doesn't die to disenchant. But I think opponent is just losing to the we went first and had answers. course, it ain't over here. What do we lose out of our hand? I guess disenchant and spider food serve much of the same purpose, so I'll lose the disenchant for a land. Not a great trade. And they're gonna salvo to kill that guy. Okay. Probably a misplay, because if I'd had some way to save my guy. Swimmer koi. Okay, well, that is a flying creature, so it gets hit by a spider food. We at 7 to pump the Grothian Sprite now. We're at 31. Sorry, Oriya! Maybe I just needed to play against platinum players. Maybe that was my problem. Didn't know how to win against the golds. Wow, has anybody stuck around to the end of this video? I'm curious. Leave a comment. You're watching this many moons from now. I'm just curious what the artifact draft was like. I'm sure they'll bring it back. It seems pretty good. Maybe it's not firing as quickly. Maybe they won't bring it back if it's... people aren't necessarily bored of Bloomburrow yet. Everybody thinks it's way too soon to be releasing a new set with Duskmourn. People were having plenty of fun. The standard just rotated. Really rushed out. Duskmourn should have been in October or something. Well, this seems like an autumn mulligan. Go first. We could patchwork, scrapwork, try to hit some white. We're not going to get to the double white, though. It's almost like a mulligan there, so... Let's mulligan. Okay, this is better. Keep 6. I think we'll drop on the job. Mauza? Moon Snare prototype. Getting super modular with it. Modulu. There's nothing we can do. Modulu. Okay. Brother wants to play. I'll just say, sure, after this, after I finish out this deck on stream. Conclave Mentor in the wrong order here. This will play it pre-combat, and then if they do want to trade off, we'll get extra. That's right, we got 2 counters for that. Now they can cast something huge, though. Really need to hit planes for the Citizen's Arrest. Far away from Wanderer's Strike. This is where the 15 land thing can kind of hurt us. Karn Legacy Reforged! Oh my goodness, Karn. So big, so legacy. No attacks. Oh, yeah. Their deck is cooking now. There's like an artifact ramp deck, it looks like. Yeah, and just mirror, mirror, mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. How many of those they got? Okay. Mirror Enforcer, though. Gonna be able to cast, yeah. Hey! And they don't have Counterspell up, so we'll use it. If I go in here, I think so. Make that trade. This will be sad if they have removal, but now we have a 7/7. Ooh, the Skull Bomb, no! They can bounce our prototype. There's one weird trick. Beats people with modular decks. Nice. Coming back down as a 3/3, though. And we can take 6. We can sit here and take 6. Ooh. Mandible Justiciar. Really putting the pressure on. They got Karn back? When did that happen? Oh, that was the Archaeomender. So we've got removal for Karn, provided we draw some white mana or 2 mana. They're going to drop Karn next turn. We're not attacking with the Justiciar. I think we're just... Let's just try to hold out. Let's just try to hold out long enough. Oh, jeez. Okay. Fires up the Brute Suit. Very smart, very smart. Okay, no attacks. Well, 12 to 17. Sitting on crazy value over there. We don't have anything to proliferate yet. Just take it. Go to 9. Go to 9. But we got a food. Yeah. Prototype. Eat some food. Do we just get in for 2? They can hit us for 11 next turn with no tricks. Launch crewmate. Of course, they find Arcanist, which finds what? We now have a better target for the Wanderer Strike. And my goodness. Gotta give them a nice for that. Their deck is cooking. We just take out this Brute Suit. guy's holding back more of their board. It'll be a 4/4 next turn. Not sure how we win. Yeah, the land drop. At a certain point, we're chumping with the Conclave Mentor. Oh, no, it's a 5/5. Okay, that hold back Brute Suit. And they got 2 in the air every turn, so they got Mystic Forge. Opponent is cooking. Geese of Plenty. You drafted a good deck. Paying life now, just send their lands to the graveyard. Yeah, they don't need to bother. And we hit a land drop. That should be it. Booyakasha! Not lifelink, so we'd go down below 4 and die before we got the life from the thing anyway. Okay. Somebody's finally defeated us. Three and 1. Man, you saw what a good white-blue splash black deck looks like there. I don't like how long we're waiting. Should we cancel? Could match up, we could match down. They're having trouble matching us to an equal win rate competitor. See, is it going to be a mythic? I think there are a lot of mythics just as a diamond. There are a lot of top players just farming gems in this format, is my sense. I'm going to keep this. I think we have a couple shots at the Scrapwork Mutt. We can get to our green. Jorkadine! Never good when they're going first and they get that out on curve. Okay, well, there's our green. We're in good position if we get a proliferate card here. Like they miss all of turn 3 there. Yeah, they did. No land drop, nothing to play. Huh. I mean, take this trade, right? They didn't do anything last turn. With them being mana stuck, our Patchwork Automaton could just be out of range every commission. Well, no wonder. I mean, might not have needed to blow that there, but 3 mana unlocked. We just spider food this guy. Do it now before they have something to put the counters on. What's that? Did it get warded? Not sure what just happened. Oh, the modular. Their modular trigger. Your modular trigger can hit any artifact creature, not just... do we have any creatures in the graveyard? We do. Not back. We could just demoralize them completely. Yep. Demoralizing the diamonds. I generally stop drafting rank once I hit platinum because my win rate goes way down. And I kind of try to be, you know, not infinite, but closer to infinite. Again, looks like we're matching up. Yep. Buddy Hassel. What goes first? Reben Inspector. Argothian Sprite. We like Argothian Sprites. Alright, let's hope our Conclave Mentor survives, but there's no guarantee. But if it does, boom, boom, we get a nice... We would have gotten a nice juicy bonus. It's the difference between going first and going second. We still want to get these guys going. That way if one gets removed, counters go to the other one. Opponent. Buddha. Buddha did not play a land. Interesting. If they want to trade, they do not. Alright, let's just start going wide on them. Okay, they got their third land, but it is a tap land. And wow, okay, we got on the job. This is the case for it. Here we go. Got a protection spell. Yeah. Oh well. We still hit for enormous amounts. We're at 22. They are at 4. We got some draws. Now hitting land drops. Fierce Witchstalker. Witchstalker is very fierce, but it is possibly not fierce enough. Attack you for... Oh no, they can take 3. Shoot. Okay, they're down at 1. Opponent's got 5 cards in hand. Don't come up with enough blockers and removal. They are pseudo 4 here. Okay. how many Gaia's things do we think they have? Yeah. Phew. Victory. Let me get it set up to play my brother here. If we can get in the same voice channel, you can comment. Discord installing updates. Okay, well, we'll start the next game. We've already made back our money on this draft, at least. We'd have to win a couple drafts in a row now to make back that difference between 250 and 1,000 gems, man. Ouch. Between 2 and 3 wins. Got to get that 50% or more win rate. The problem is with the variance, right? Sometimes you're going to lose the 3 before you win the 3. That's how they get you. Stacked that way. All right. Join the voice channel here. I don't know how well my computer is set up. It's been a while since I streamed with my brother. Let's go Mouser first, sure. Prototype. Kill my Mouser. Keep the coins. Definitely wanted to make sure we do planes first next turn. Okay, there we go. Combat Thresher. Ooh. Easier. And they took it. Mortar Pod. Living weapon. Sure. How much is that to equip? That's 2 to equip. Okay, they're going to take out the Justiciar. Wise. And equip up the Combat Thresher, maybe? No. They're their own Mouser. Okay. Where's our cheap removal? I guess we don't need to scrap work much. Well, we could discard the Thrabsy. Just wait. Put another prototype down. That's a good target. Opponent.
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
Okay, try to take the damage. And I think we'll just end the turn. Pretend we have whatever it is, the 2 mana indestructible +1/+1 counter. Courage in Crisis. Yeah, that's a good card. Well, it's got a great draw with their deck. They're just a bit on the back foot. If I can remove the Mouser or the Thresher. Squirrel, you're a bit late, Squirrel. Let's sift this forest. Okay. There's no attack for now. I guess if they have a board wipe, if we draw our board wipe, that's pretty useless. They have a board wipe. Look out. What do we hope they do? Mortar pot our squirrel and make their combat thresher huge? Don't want to do that. They didn't want that mouser. They need that mouser to stay around. We need a couple removals. Oh, jeez. Give them another nice for that. Huh. Well, I don't exactly want to take 10, so... Decommission. Ooh, on the job. Okay. So let's set up for a huge turn next turn, right? They want to keep that attacking with the 5/5 strategy. They're really stuck on lands. Question is, do I even chump block or do I take the 10 if they do try to attack here? Block 2 of my creatures. I get through for... pretty serious amount. Alright, they're not. That's too bad. I think the Justiciar does not get blocked. Maybe hold back one attacker, because their combat thresher is going to be an 8/8. Still doesn't kill me. Huh. They don't block the prototypes. I just need that 3 damage. Let's say they block the biggest creature. They'll block the squirrel, the Justiciar, and the mutt. And then they would take 10, 11. This could be lethal except for the mouser having lifelink. I guess we'll get some lifelink too. Oh, interesting. Okay. Not how I expected the blocks to go. What are they playing around? The game 3. Nobody panic. Yeah, let's plus up. Well, okay, let's expand our. We're at 32, so they can't kill us with the Thresher. They're at 2. They hit a land drop, though. They have unlocked mana number 4. What is in their hand? They're 1 mana away from Fumigate. If they were playing to win with Fumigate, they got another thing coming. We got an extra draw next turn. I don't think they attack here. Their best bet is like creature. And they have 4 blockers, and we only get through for 1. Teething Wormlet, that's a great start for them. And they recommission the Lifelinker, and they're back to 3. They're gonna be nice for that. Gothian Sprite, okay. Yeah, they got 4 blockers. Oh, pass the turn. We can get this Sprite, if we get enough lands here, we can get this Sprite cooking. Oh, I guess they just block it with the Wormlet, which is Death Touch. Oh, okay, 2 more creatures. Goes the Wormlet. Now they have evasion on us. They're willing to attack with the Combat Thresher. I think I can take 16. That's a big hit. That's a big ouchie. What do we get? We get a static net. We can remove Thresher. Yeah, let's draw. Trade out the Mutt for any of these, I think. We also trade out the Justiciar. We know they've got lots of proliferate in their deck. Oh, okay. You got a 2-for-1? Really? Want it? Taking their time.
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
Glorifier of Suffering. Okay. Oh, are they going to remove the sprite? Oh, they're going to capture the Justiciar. Okay. They're building up some big guys. They got some big guys over there. Got a lot more blockers for the sprite now. How did the Wormlet lose Death Touch? Oh, they didn't have 3 more artifacts anymore? Okay, well. So it's time to cash these in. I'll go to the mutt. Would you like to give my Justiciar? No, no. Flint Sleeve Artisan. Good 8. And they got that stupid flyer. Okay. Let's get rid of that flyer. Now we're in something. Now we're cooking with gas. Woo! Okay. Making me sweat it. Should be an in-game emote. But what? What should be an in-game emote? I'm so wide. I got kind of got a meme for being wide.
Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt.
Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake that healthy butt. Baby got back. Baby got back.
There you go. You're welcome. My mic is loud enough compared to my memes. Baby got back. Oh, no time for this. Seriously.
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
Put it in the game. Let's talk to the programmers. Let's start a petition. They have one that's like a little animated guy going to tap in a watch. Which I would have said is, you know, there aren't watches, there aren't wristwatches in the Magic universe, but now there probably are in Duskmourn. Okay. And they put us up against a Mythic for our final game here. Actually, is this our final game, or do we have 2 losses to give? I don't remember now. Let's keep it. $12 to your name, yeah. I hear that 60D. They're cloning here. Here, I got another meme for you, 60D.
They're cloners. Damn good ones, too.
Scourge! Ooh, okay. I likes that. Fix your opponent. You can be like, what? Did that have flash? No, it did not. Just willing to recommission if I had to. Luckily didn't have to. Lion Sash. Hate that guy. Block me if you dare. Oh, stupid cog work. Alright, what are they going to try to hit? The Justice here? How about now? I'm going to double block on the automaton. That's fine. I think we'll just recommission it. Now we are out of cards, so they still got 3 creatures. 3 creatures, 3 mana or 4 mana? 4 mana. Okay. Lion Sash. We had to recommission right away, or the Lion Sash is going to eat the Patchwork Automaton. I didn't necessarily think through that. I was just working on instinct on that. Okay. Sash. It's up on the... Resting. Crack this. Make the squirrel bigger. And yeah, we'll probably just attack with the 4/3. Take it. Well, Swimmer Koi. Good card. We need some removal, please. Please, deck. I'd like to remove this lifelinker, if you would. That's interesting. If I play this out of hand, does that make them even more... Because then we can crack it, right? We can pay 4 mana and crack the clue? Yeah, okay. I think. Actually, did I miscalculate that? Next to blockers. Yeah, we'll trigger... Oh, we don't trigger that, though. That's too bad. We'll make the squirrel bigger, though. And there's my static net. Oh, hey, we just won. Woo, woo. Tiny Bones voiceover. You see my latest one? I did Overlord of the Haunt Woods. Check out my newer videos to get a special message from Overlord of the Haunt Woods. Previously I had Tiny Bones. Actually, maybe I can play Tiny Bones on here. Let's see. Okay, we better... this was the winning deck right here. 7 wins. Beaten Mythics. Take your screenshot. I add it to deck so I can play it against my brother. Uh-oh, maximum decks reached. Okay. Let's go delete some decks. Which ones of these have I done? Delete my Pauper decks because I've got those saved elsewhere. And that should be enough. I'm going to play Barobi 1 Kenobi, but before we do, let's talk to Tiny Bones. So tiny. Let's see. Well, stuck around this long. We need to edit the scene. Full screen video. No. Video playback. Okay. First 24 hours of the format. Normally I would jump in right away. Instead I was making standard videos because people seem to like those better. I love draft.
Hey, it's me, Overlord of the Haunt Woods. Actually, haunting and overlording are just my hobbies. My day job is managing the YouTube algorithm. I try to make sure lots of negative, conspiracy-laden clickbait shows up in your feed. You know, nightmare fuel. Whatever you do, don't like, comment, or elder gods forbid, subscribe to a channel like this one, okay? We don't need your feed filled up with people who genuinely enjoy playing.
Hold up, partner. It's me, Tiny Bones. Yes, that's my real name, not just my wife's nickname for me. As a skeleton thief, I'm always looking for a steal. Did you know that memberships on this channel cost the absolute minimum that YouTube allows? And you get access to videos early, which means you can steal deck ideas from the card sharps before their stagecoach even gets to town. Yeehaw! Some of the card sharps around these parts are so sharp, they're sharper than my adorable little baby teeth. Oh, so tiny. The really sharp ones are using the affiliate link in the description to buy the cards they like at suspiciously low prices. That video description has all kinds of loot. Too bad I never learned to read.
Oh my goodness, this could be the longest punch.
You know what a hurry we're in?
Salty didn't like it much.
All right. Didn't mean to go into every meme right there. I'm still not really a professional streamer, okay? But thanks for joining me here in the attic. I've been Manadad. Check out other videos. If you watch this long, you may as well watch a few more. Thanks so much.